I need help. Chest pain. Can't breathe.
Insurance card?
I don't have it with me. This is an emergency. We can't treat people who can't pay.
I leaned on the counter, my chest tightening. Other patients stared. Someone pulled out a phone to record. A man muttered, "Another homeless person trying to get free care." The woman next to him covered her nose. Nobody moved to help me. But the nurse had no idea that in 2 minutes, she'd be begging to keep her job. My name is Dr. Margaret Hayes. I'm 72 years old. That night, I was wearing an old brown sweater with holes in the elbows, wrinkled sweatpants, and worn flat shoes. My gray hair was messy. I was sweating, shaking. I looked exactly like an elderly woman with no money and nowhere to go. But for 23 years, I was the director of emergency medicine at this very hospital. I built the protocols they still use today. I trained over 200 doctors. After I retired in 2008, I lived quietly, gardening, staying out of the spotlight. That evening I was working in my garden when my chest seized up. Heart attack. I drove myself here, to the place I'd spent half my life saving others. I didn't have time to change. No wallet, just the old medical license in my coat pocket. I wanted to see if the hospital I built still honored what I taught them. Save the patient first, ask questions later. Nurse Parker leaned closer, her voice ice cold. "Ma'am, I'm going to call security if you don't leave." My vision started to blur. The pain was spreading down my arm. This was it. This was how I'd go. Turned away from my own emergency room. "Wait." A young doctor rushed over. His name tag said Dr. James Mitchell. "Ma'am, sit down. Tell me what's happening." "Doctor, she doesn't have insurance or I don't care." He helped me into a chair, checked my pulse. "She's having a cardiac event. Get me a gurney now." Nurse Parker's face turned red. "This is against protocol. Do your job or get out of my way." He reached into my coat pocket looking for medication. His hand stopped. He pulled out my old medical license, the photo, the name. His eyes went wide. He looked at the license, then at my face, then back at the license. His voice broke. "Dr. Hayes? Margaret Hayes?" His hands were shaking. You trained me. You taught me everything I know." I managed a small smile. "James Mitchell, class of 2015. Tears filled his eyes. He turned to Nurse Parker, holding up the license. "This is Dr. Margaret Hayes. She built this entire department." Before they wheeled me to the exam room, I handed James a folded piece of paper I'd written earlier that day. On it was something that would change both their lives forever. Want to know what I wrote? Comment part 2, and I'll tell you what happened after they saved my life.